pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Killing man.
Okay, Jill, can you call the roll, please?
Yes. Mary Ann Bond? Here. Tom Ukaitis?
Here.
John Ott?
Here.
Mike Hammond?
Here.
Mike Baum? Here. Mildred McNeil James? Here. And Joe Yen?
Here.
Okay, first item on the agenda is public comment period. If you'd like to speak on this, any items that are not on tonight's agenda, please step up to the podium, state your name, and sign in, please. Nobody online? Okay, moving along. Number 5, items for Planning and Zoning Commission action. PZC 2025-009, Chipotle, Joseph Development, US Route 30.
All right, so the village has received an application from Joseph Development to build a quick-serve Chipotle with a drive-through. It's not a conventional type of drive-through. This would be for pre-purchased meals only, so it's just pickup, which should cycle cars through much faster. They do have the required stacking spaces that are necessary, but they do not have the required bailout lanes, so that will require a variance. Staff is comfortable with this just because it's, we still have the, because we still have. Is that better? Okay. So we still have the option of, we still have the option of, getting those cars to a faster. And, okay. We still have the option of getting cars through faster because of the different business model. They're also going to need a special use for outdoor dining, which would be on the west side of the building there. They require a variance for transparency on the 30 side, facing side of the building. We've got 22% transparency. They require a requirement of 60. So we're looking for relief from that. We're also looking for some relief from our landscaping requirements, particularly the landscape island requirements. They're required to have 100 square feet of landscaping space. One of them is 99 square feet. But given the constraints of the site, it's hard to ask for expansions. Similarly, the outdoor dining area is located in one of the landscape islands, which
Thank you. Anything from any questions from commissioners, or if the petitioner would like to speak at this time? Feel free, just state your name and sign in, please.
I would note that you're formally starting the public hearing.
It doesn't even say public hearing on here, is there one?
It doesn't on the agenda.
There we go. Hello. Oh, great. Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Abdo. I'm with Joseph Development. As Tony mentioned, we're proposing a new fast casual Chipotle Mexican grill. It's their new corporate habanero prototype. It was specifically sort of designed for this sort of narrow lot. They're actually going to be doing more of these habaneros, but they kind of sped the process up because we were dealing with a pretty narrow parcel here. The building's going to be all masonry, all brick, veneer construction. It's a requirement of the PUD to have 100% masonry there, so brick. So we're doing a sort of a red brick building patterned construction. I don't have an elevation in front of me, but I've looked at it so many times. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. As Tony mentioned, the site is very narrow. Just not a lot of things have sort of worked on the site. 'Cause it's a great area, and it's just been sitting there for a while because the narrowness of the site. Finding a unique tenant that didn't require a full service drive-through, this sort of fit really well. The side yard landscape variances and the need for the bypass lane, it's all due to the narrowness of the site. Fortunately, we have great circulation throughout. We can get to the front and back. Our parking meets Chipotle's requirement for parking. So some of those operational concerns are covered. The stacking works for them. They typically require a 6 for these pickup windows. Here we have a 7, which met the village code as well. And like to Tony's point, the drive-through is very incidental to their business compared to a typical full, you see a Starbucks, they're at the other extreme these days, or the percentage of business relative to walk-in is nominal. It's really more of a convenience than anything else for customers. It doesn't really represent a large portion of business. So just a system they've been able to work with and do well with, so they're trying to continue to offer that convenience in their new stores. So we've been in for permit. We're in for permit review on the architectural. We've been in for civil for some time and have received comments back from EEI on the civil. And we just got approval today on the sprinkler system and are waiting on the fire alarm. I think we're just had a few minor comments on that. So, once we are approved, we're hoping to get started immediately. They'd like to be open by the end of the year. The goal is to try to get open right before the holidays. So once we're through the approval process, we're going to start right away. We've developed in the village before, so we're really familiar with construction and zoning and codes, and actually had a great experience. So looking forward to being back again. So, anybody have any questions? Please let me know. It's typically done. I believe you can call if you want, but that's not really how people do it. They order it on an app on their phone, and then they get like a 15-minute period. Like it'll be ready in 15 minutes. So then when you pull up to the window, you'll get a reply on the app that gives you a code. And when you pull up, you just show them the code, or you show them the app. I'm kind of old school. I don't do it, so I'm really extreme. I don't even have the app, but I would just walk into Chipotle. But that's typically how they do it. They'll get a number, they pull up, they give them the number, and they hand them their order, and they walk out. Or they drive away. So no ordering from a speaker or any of that kind of stuff. It's strictly pull up to the window. They'll have a little menu there sometimes, like a menu board, just so for reference if people want to see what they ordered. But there's no ordering in the drive-through lane or on site.
Is there a pile-up lane? Like if I show up early and my food's not ready, I'm not keeping the whole line, do they tell them to move into another spot?
No, they never really see too much stacking. Like, so if you pull up and, to your point, if you get to the window and your order's not ready, they have two spots, they tell people to pull up and just wait there, and then they'll bring it out to you. So typically something like that.
We have signage that says it's not a drive-through.
And well, it'll say Chipotle lane or pickup lane. In
Okay.
fact, I think on the site plan, it delineates the words pickup lane. So I know some people might go, is this a drive-through? It's just, it's a kind of a unique thing, but so they purposely call it a Chipotle lane is what they call it, so. I don't think unless you really know they have it, people realize that Chipotle even has has this capability that you're just so used to walking in the store. So they don't do a lot of advertising like come to the drive-through because it's really not that. I think it's for the real regulars who get the system, so. But I'm sure there's a learning curve. I wouldn't be surprised.
Thank you. All right, at this time, I'll open up the public hearing, consideration of a special use for outdoor dining.
Oh.
No.
You want me to swear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You swear affirm that everything you have testified to thus far and will testify to for the remainder is the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Thank you.
I did have one question for you. There's no menu board out in front at all?
So they'll do a menu board as a convenience, so if somebody pulls up and they just are like, I think they do it more for advertising to say, hey,
Okay.
here's what we have, but you can't order from it or do anything like that, so just more there for convenience.
How does the design discreetly address the trash, the garbage?
Oh,
you're
so-
not Seeing it
As you pass by, no, that's a great question. So the trash corral will be in the rear of the premises. It's a separate structure. It'll match the building. It's brick to match the color of the building. And it's on the rear, which in this case would be the south side of the building, if I'm having my orientation right. And the doors face the rear as well, the parking lot in the rear. So it is, compared to some sites, it's pretty discreet. You can't see it from 30, it's right behind. Some people put it off to the side in the parking lot, and you can still sort of see the wall of the trash. Here, it's completely behind the building, so, sure.
We require a solid masonry wall around it, and then it has to be gated, and then we have additional landscape screening that screens the wall.
Yep. And the gates face the rear in this case. The sides and the front of it are all brick, so, sure.
Is there anyone online for the public hearing? If not, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing for consideration of special use for outdoor dining. And open up the public hearing for consideration of multiple variations from the UDO, including section 8.19, district requirements, transparency, section 10.07D, vehicular stacking requirements, bailout lane, 3, section 11.05, parking lot landscaping, interior landscaping islands. If you'd like to speak on this item, please step up to the podium, state your name and sign in, or raise your hand online.
And Mr. Chairman, I would just suggest that we adopt all of the testimony that we heard through the staff report and previously from the petitioner that might apply to this, that's previously been given. We adopt it into this public hearing as well.
Absolutely, sure. Any questions or comments from the commissioners on this?
I got questions, just to understand a little bit further on, what's the purpose of subdividing this again?
So the Strickland Brothers building is currently on that site. So the subdivision would be to separate the Chipotle from the Strickland Brothers, so you have two different uses. And then that way you're only giving the special use to the portion that would actually need the outdoor dining and the variances.
Nothing from the public? Nothing from commissioners? Go ahead and look for a motion then.
I'll go ahead and motion.
Oh, we need two different, because here it's just telling me one.
It's telling you to do one,
Yep, just for,
all of them.
it's used for outdoor dining variances, following conditions. Let me make sure. That's it. That's the only recommendation I have.
It's up to you, Matt.
Following conditions should be applied.
It's not a huge deal, just make sure, if we're gonna do one motion, it should make sure to identify that it's specifically to motion to approve the special use for outdoor dining, motion to grant the multiple variations, 1, 2, 3.
And noting findings of fact, please.
All right, I'll motion PZC 2025-009 for special use for outdoor dining and for the variances from section 8.19. Do you want me to read them?
Just do 8.19, 10.07D, and 11.05.
The section 10.07D and section 11.05. The following conditions should be applied. A required minimum of 3 bicycle parking spaces must be provided. Approval of final engineering plans by the village engineer. Approval of plans by the fire district. Approval of final site, landscape, and photometric plans by staff. Approval of the plat of minor subdivision by staff, and the adoption of findings of fact included in the report.
I'll second. Oh, unless you want to. Yep, I'll second.
Motion is second. Please call the roll.
I passed. Yep.
Joseph.
Yes.
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 So the next, this will be reviewed at the board meeting on, when is it, next, August 2nd? 7th. No,
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 that's our next,
yeah, that's our meeting.
July 14th, I think.
July 14th, is that?
Not the 6th? I don't know.
For the village board, it's the 14th. We don't have a meeting in July because of the holiday.
That's good, I'm out of town.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is community development update and new business.
Don't have too many huge updates. A lot of the projects that have previously been approved continue to move along. We should see some construction starting soon on a few different things, including Synergy and Wayside and others. We have gotten a few pre-application meetings that have occurred. We don't have applications yet, so I can't talk too much about some of the upcoming projects, but we do have some possible development coming to Orchard Crossing, very near this site, as well as Ogden Hill. So excited about both of those. We have received an application from PTR Trucking. This is the business that you previously approved the annexation for at the end of Boar Avenue. There's a trucking repair business that operates there. They also own the property directly south of that property that was just annexed. There used to be a house there. It was recently knocked down. They're looking to annex that into the village so that they can build an office and some indoor storage that would service the business. So we would expect that to be going before you in August. That's about it.
Anything from commissioners? Next meeting is August 7th, 2025, and we are adjourned.